Welcome to the Do Nothing Project. I am your host this evening. My name is Jeff Warren. With me here in the blue font is Fred Pond, and Andrew Lenards, who are moderating. And I see Stephen Petro, and I see Charlie Party. I see Michael, Sue, Siobhan, Archie Traveler, Ruth the Scribe, Van Miller, Susan Upshur, Chris Data, Bob Daniel, Jennifer Santos Suoso, Paul, Tina Murray, Bonnie, and many other people saying hello. Cashew, Mitch, good to see everyone. Lots of regulars here. This is the Do Nothing Project. Welcome back for all you who've been with us for the years we've been doing this, or have come on somewhere in between from 6 years ago to now. And if this is your first time, welcome. This is our regular Sunday night hangout, and this is a community. A lot of people saying hello here. Some of the regulars, and then of course many of the regulars just hanging out on the video or watching the video, but not typing. And most people actually watch this later. I'm always surprised that quite a few more people watch it later, like further in the week, which makes sense, kind of according to your schedule. But if you're here live, that's whatever time zone you're in, that's amazing. So thank you for coming. And yeah, we just do it's just a community meditation basically, where I guide some simple sit, very simple, and you're welcome to kind of do your own practice, and yeah, it doesn't even have to be any kind of formal meditation. My own intention for this is to not do, hence the Do Nothing Project. I'm not trying to. Sometimes I do try to implement a particular technique, something I'm playing with or interested in, and that's fun. But often the baseline is what I'm curious about is what happens when I just stop everything, and all the alarm bells start going off in my mind and body saying I have to fix this or do this, or and I mean, not the obvious ones, the subtle ones. The obvious ones are obvious and they're still going on, but I mean the subtle ones, all the subtle ways in which the mind and body can't stop moving forward, anticipating, wrestling with stuff. It's interesting. I noticed today. Um, I really was. I I just got this very vivid contrast. Any parent will appreciate this. Uh, I am just so used to living with a kind of continual low level, sometimes high level hypervigilance around having two young children, where at any moment they could be killing each other or killing themselves, pulling a knife off the table like Sasha and running around with it, or running into the freaking street. And I mean, I can't, whether they're in the house or whether they're out of the house, there is no moment when I'm not in some way primed to be worrying about them, because they could kill themselves in any possible context at any moment, literally. They're boys, they got just a lot of energy. And I, I just is like the water you swim in. I don't even notice that anymore, that that's the case. But we had this experience today where it's been complete chaos for the past few weeks, like really challenging. And our son, who had been doing, our eldest son, has some of these challenges, and he'd sort of been doing a little bit better, but then he's had a massive regression, and things have been really, really hard. And like won't go to sleep, and it's just you're just sort of always on edge. So we had we slept in a little bit this morning, but it was the usual madness. And then we decided, okay, let's just go to Hyde Park, which is the big park near where we live in Toronto. So we went to the far side of Hyde Park, and there's this area around the Grenadier Pond, which is really nice. And we kind of walked around the pond and went up to this cafe and had a bit of food. But then we went behind, and our son was kind of leading the way, Eden, and we were just letting him kind of be the guide. And he took us to the Labyrinth. So I'm sure everyone knows the Labyrinth. I mean, there's so many different, there's templates everywhere. I think it was I mean, it's in every culture and every tradition, but this particular, you see it all over the place in North America and Europe. I think it started at Chartres in France or something in the 19th, in the 11th century, or it's just that classic pattern that you see in lots of parks. Um, and so there's one here, and he just started walking it, and I just followed him, and then my partner Sarah followed him, and then my 2-year-old followed him, and we just started doing the labyrinth, and everything got really quiet, and it was like that for an hour. He did the labyrinth like 4 times in and out, and I just followed him. And Sarah was eventually just sort of doing yoga in the middle, and then my youngest just started doing laps around, but no one was saying a word. There was just something about the vibe of this place. And of course, I've done labyrinths before. I've always, it's not hard to think. You labyrinth, you sit down, you walk the path, and it's kind of like a mindfulness meditation in a way. Um, but it worked so well. And for me, I felt like I hadn't been this in the moment, and I just was there with each step, just each step, and I just was following my son, and I just let it be that my brain was emptying with every step, and it just had a full effect on the everyone there. Just brought us into this place, and that's when I realized, I'm like, what is different? I'm like, oh my God, the vigilance is gone. We're in this big park in this peaceful spot. There's no car to run over them. There's no enclosed space where they're just trying to tear each other's eyes out. And then of course there's the labyrinth itself and whatever, just the peacefulness of that place. And but it was such a wonderful contrast, and it was sort of this sobering reminder of, oh my God, this is I could be in this mind. How can I be in this mind all the time? Can I live right here in this labyrinth? Can I like just but anyway, I could see lots of comets shooting by. I'm not seeing any of them. I just see them flashing by. But oh yeah, thanks for the happy birthdays, friends. Yeah, it's my 54th birthday. I think it was on Friday. It was freaking the unbirthday. We wanted to get out, but it wasn't going to happen with the kids. So, but today my parents came over, and my sister, and she's actually, my sister's take care of Eden upstairs, so I could hear him running around, so that I can do this meditation. Anyway, um, inspired by the labyrinth. Let's call this episode of the Do Nothing Project the Labyrinth. And my invitation is to, I mean, you don't want it to be like, I mean, of course, the thing with the labyrinth is, right, you're not really trying to get to the end. It's not about that. It really is the classic journey is the destination thing. But it's just the one breath, one step down. It's like you arrive in this place. What is this place? And then you arrive in this place. What is this place? And then you arrive in this place. And that's the pattern. That's the pace. And I'm going to be kind of trying to tap into that a little bit, and I'll guide something around that. But feel free to tune me out as always, or do your own practice. And I'm very happy to be here with you. Thank you for the kind birthday wishes. This is my birthday present to myself. Sean, you can almost certainly find the labyrinth in your town or region. Like they're everywhere. You just Google labyrinth. Like half the churches in Ontario have them. Um, there's one behind the Eaton Center in Toronto. They're everywhere. Yeah, I mean, actually, and what's interesting is I guess I had never really walked one. I mean, I'd walked them, but this was what they're meant to be. Okay, 25 minutes. Ring the bell here. It's I have no idea what time it is. I'll just put my thing here. There we go, Andrew, with the labyrinth locator. Eden was super chill after. It's amazing. He's been pretty chill ever since. So I don't know, man. It's freaking weird magic. Christian magic. Of course, every culture has a labyrinth, but Blame the French. Mm. All right, so a few slow, deliberate breaths. It's like, oh yeah, got this body. I breathe, I breathe. And what if it really was like that? Let me kind of set an intention maybe for that practice around just arriving with every step. It's like, yep, just this place. Here I am. And he's like, you just do that and wonder, well, what's the problem then? Some subtle urgency, some waiting, an expectation, an idea, anticipation. Guess what? No one's coming. Nothing's going to happen. We just put that down. Just be here. If it helps to, have a simple home base to pay attention to, that's great. That's what they're for. Simplify everything. Kind of ride that solitary endeavor down into the one pointedness a little bit. But you don't have to stop anything else happening. But what happens when you stop feeding all those other things? Just drop down into your home base, arriving with the sensation, this breath, that sound, this feeling of being a body. Just arriving with every step. Just arriving with every breath, arriving with every tingle. Mind wanders. Notice. Come back. And just being present. And just seeing what kind of comes in between. What takes you away. If you can notice it, then that's just part of being present too. And just arriving with every breath. It doesn't have to be comfortable. It doesn't have to be quiet, although it might be. But can you show up for it? Be present for it. Can you not have a preference? Yes, as the mind body settles, there's kind of like an off gassing of random thoughts and associations. Sometimes there's a kind of subtle dullness or spaciness that can set in. None of that's a problem. It's all kind of part of the off gassing. It's just that's what's here. And you just notice that, present for that. There's no condition that has to be a particular way. And the question of what you're present for, that does matter in meditation. You can be present for whatever's here, and that's great. And you can choose something very quiet, simple, still, like stillness in the body or quiet in the room. You can be present with that. That's nice doing that. Okay, so last few minutes, if you like, finish with a little short piece of gratitude or loving kindness practice, compassion practice. You can think about people you appreciate or things you appreciate, places. You can just do what I've been doing lately, which is just say thank you. I don't know why. And I just kind of wait in that space. Things come up. Things come up that I am in fact grateful for. I mean, sometimes it's nice just to say thank you to nothing, to the quiet, to the just the feeling of being, the being, the being here. We get to be here. Not an easy life, but got some beautiful parts. Get to be here. Thank you. Get to be here together. Thank you. Hey, Valentina. No kidding. Not just in the U.S. Stressful all over the damn place right now. Yeah, it's good. I felt very chill. It's a good meditation for me. Very peaceful. Doesn't always go peaceful, but did tonight. Yeah, I hope everyone has an easy week. Grateful for you, Peter. Thanks, brother. Laurie. Hey, Tisha. Bonnie. Eve's amygdala is here. The Labyrinth. Hey, Make K. Victoria. Hey, Jeff. Yeah, sorry if I startled you, buddy. That was a loud one. Colette. Marjorie. Ursula. Susan. Siobhan. Teacher Pete. Thanks, Ruth. My kids don't walk anywhere. Of course. They would force me to drag them in a wagon, complaining the whole time. My youngest likes to walk, but nice, Sheila. Lori. Look at all these names. Oh, hey, Morgan. What's up, CJ? Kelly. Mm. Okay, so I'm going to put this out there. My partner and I are, Sarah, we're trying to figure out, we want to go on a sabbatical, maybe starting in December for 6 months or something. And we don't know where to go, but we want to go somewhere that's really chill, where our kids can, be running around somewhere without us having to worry all the time about them getting whacked by a car or something, and somewhere that's just got a nice chill community and it wouldn't be too expensive, and where Sarah can work on her book and I can work on my stuff, and just put the kids in, I don't know if it's Spanish school or French school or whatever school. Um, so if you got any suggestions for a good place to go, send me an email. Uh, Probably not the U.S. Maybe. I mean, I love the U.S., but right now it's just so crazy. You might not let me in. So uh, maybe, I don't know. Why would be great. But anyway, if anyone has any thoughts, send me an email or any great communities. Valentina, Portugal. We were thinking about Portugal. I love Costa Rica. I spent a lot of time there. Portal SE, Arizona. Huh, maybe I will. Arizona's cool because um, my wife's mom lives there. Ireland. I'd love to go to Ireland. Bowen Island. Actually, Ruth, I'm going to visit Bowen Island this summer. Visit my friend Chella there. I'm coming to your house, Susan. That's what we decided. We're going to your house, Susan. There'll be two kids. Get ready. Tiny writer village in the mountains. Portal. Interesting. I have to Google that. I mean, I have a visa to go down in the States. I could be down there. And so somewhere where it was a quiet part of the US could be cool if they let me in. Anyway, if you got any ideas for cool communities, and maybe I could teach meditation there. And somewhere, I want to live in a community where there's like lots of neurodivergent people, especially young ones. So my eldest can feel like, he's kind of like a quirky little guy. And so I want him to be around other quirky kids where it's okay to be that way. Hmm. Yeah, I do like Melbourne too. Anyway, happy DNP night. Enjoy the rest of your week. I can hear my little guy still up, so I'm gonna relieve my sister. You do? Where, Simone? Send me an email. Okay, walk in the labyrinth. Kids who are neurodivergent. I've been Googling neurodivergent schools. Okay, freeze frame. This has been the Labyrinth. We'll see you next week. Thanks, friends. Appreciate all those suggestions too. Appreciate this community. I have to go back and read the all the comments about suggestions for places. And if you do have ideas, you're welcome to drop me a note through my contact page, or if you have my email, it's the same thing. Okay, bye, friends. Thanks, Andrew. Thanks, Fred. Great week, everyone.